Want to do a big shout out to our friends and supporters at Liberty Bullion. Sammy and the team are the best gold, silver, and platinum traders in Australia. Make good choices, give them a call. Back to the show.
G'day, guys. It's back to Thailand. I'm not going to say Copenhagen anymore. You know, I always stuff things up. That's the way it is. Because I probably wrestled too many kangaroos, mate. There you go. They always say, I'll tell you what, in Canada, one of my favourite places, other than Fremantle in Perth, they all think they all think I wrestle kangaroos or alligators. They go, this is why I say Steve Irwin impersonations, because I did 100 Steve Irwin impersonations between the 4 to 5, actually 6 weeks it was, between going to America and Canada. It was hilarious. But enough about me. Your part one was amazing. Thank you so much again for coming on. You've been such a wonderful guest. Now you've been showing off your app that comes with your book. It's been fantastic. There it is. We're going to give you a link to that. Tell us a little bit about. You wanted to go into the book and about the TV series that you're doing. Is it reality? No, I shouldn't say it's reality TV, but it's a TV series that you're doing, and that's an amazing effort that you're thinking about. It takes a lot to write a book. I mean, as I know, but to write a TV series, that's a lot. I mean, you probably can't wait for the finished product, I guess.
It's pretty exciting. 6 months ago, it wasn't even a thought. So, we were just talking about the dengue fever experience. It was actually born from that.
Okay.
So
well, there you go. We've talked about that the first session.
Yeah.
I said stroke the motivational coach for me. And now, look, you're making a book about your dengue fever experience.
Yeah, about life. But that's definitely a part of it. So, not long after I had dengue fever, I went to Nepal and I climbed the Annapurna Base Camp trek. So climbed 8,500 feet, came down, did a water and dry fast. So really stripped myself to the bone. And of course, in the bones is ancient wisdom. And so this wisdom got born through metamorphosis, because I literally went through a full metamorphosis. And it will be a printed copy, but Metamorphosis, the reason it's a digital version is because it's got playlists. Like I'm an ex-DJ, or I don't know if you call it an ex-DJ, but I've been DJing for years and static DJing. And so it's got music weaved in, and it's got breathwork, and it's got meditations and reflections.
That's all about you, really, isn't it? It's just what you do, right? That's amazing. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not all about me, but a lot of it is about
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Inspiring others.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's inspiring. You're inspiring others to find themselves. That's amazing.
Yeah. Through the elements of nature, as opposed to all the other ways that we find ourselves.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a big question, I think. With regards to finding exactly. I think. Do you feel more comfortable in your skin than now than what you were at a younger age, or do you feel like this is the most comfortable you've ever felt, or?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm in my 50s now, and I actually had those words come to me just a few weeks ago on the dance floor where, I haven't got the perky bum and the perky boobs like the young goddesses here, but I feel more comfortable in my skin than probably most of them. And I've got floppy bits and all the things going on, and I'm like, I'm just loving myself so much more than I ever have. Like, I'm more healthy in my mind, my body, and my spirit than I was in my 20s, 30s, and 40s. So
it's funny that we walk through those doors, the forbidden door we go through. I know there's a lot of forbidden doors and a lot of levels. I sort of relate life to like playing a game of Super Mario. You go through each level, you know what I mean, and you've got to walk the level, and you've got to jump the turtles or whatever it may be. And if you're stagnant, you're not going to get anywhere. You just got to keep fighting it through. I remember playing a game of Donkey Kong once, and it took me 2 or 3 weeks to get through one level. But that's just life, isn't it?
It's like those books that we used to read, and it would say, "Do you want to go
choose your own adventure?"
What are they called?
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah, and then you'd have to turn to, and you'd go, oh no, I want to go back. And then it came out on it's a Black Mirror series, actually, an episode on Black Mirror. And you can play it online.
Oh, right.
So,
excellent.
Yeah. it comes up on the screen and then you use your remote and you can go path A or path B. So that's not unlike the TV series that is being written and created. It's an interactive journey.
So is that what you're going to be doing too? Is that going to be an interactive journey, or is it just something like a straight A, B, C, D, or do you go to A to F to D to whatever it may be?
Yeah, so initially there's 8 episodes as a part of the series. So again, it's called Metamorphosis, and it's working with different elements for our healing. So you watch movies, and the majority of people, if they're going through struggle, they go to a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and you see them sitting in the office and chatting away, or they grab a bottle of pills and they're like taking the lid off and chucking pills down their throat. So this talks about how we can actually, or not talks, but shows how we can actually heal through Mother Nature. So each episode has an element that represents it. And so it brings in, the arc of a woman's life where she's finding herself in her 50s and life has done what it's done.
Yep.
And her trauma is activated. Let's say one of the episodes is around sexual trauma. So she's making love with a man, and all of a sudden her sexual abuse from her childhood is reactivated.
Wow.
And the camera travels inside of her body through the portals of her body to where that cellular memory is stored, the core memory of that trauma. And then the cell memory opens up and the old memory comes out. And so the camera's like doing this thing around that particular cell memory. And then she works with breath, like a breath medicine, and like in real time. And that breath medicine activates that cellular memory, empties it out, and restores it with the new medicine. And then it comes back out of the body into present day and shows the healing that takes place through breath medicine. Or it might be through psilocybin medicine, or it might be through dance medicine or Kundalini medicine. But the whole journey is basically taking you from those early childhood traumas to the destiny of where she's walked and how she's created this TV series now in her life. Like, that's the arc of what life does when you work on your core wounding.
It's interesting, though. It's very, very interesting.
Matrix meets Eat, Pray, Love meets Untamed. It's a bit of, yeah.
Okay. It's very interesting you do that. I was talking about I've done a few little videos, and I think memories, good or bad, that come up. So you might watch. I don't know, it might be some music you listen to. I've got a lot of music that I used to listen to by myself and used to have my own space, but it used to make me happy, and you can still go back to that feeling, but that doesn't mean you can't have a bad experience or something triggers a bad experience. I think a big thing, I'm not sure with yourself, probably human experiences, interactions between humans is a big thing that people, hold into. And I think a lot of people do have to learn how to control their ego. And I guess it's through Kundalini in one way, but also accepting that they are the perfect person they need to be at the time.
Well, what if we flipped the script and there is no good or bad and there is no right or wrong? Like, I understand there's polarity, right? But everything is an experience. So, about a week ago, I woke up and my subconscious mind was doing this real hard out, dark stuff in my mind. And because I am aware of what I need to do with that, I'm like, okay, rather than get up and get busy and write it out or do something to avoid it, I take a little weeny tiny microdose and I invite it, and I put Pink Floyd's The Wall on, and I lie in bed at 5:30 in the morning, going into the darkness and allowing all of the thoughts and all of those, crazy, almost psychotic thoughts to just have its way with me. And rather than fighting it or controlling it, I'm loving it. I'm welcoming it like a little kid that's trying to get your attention.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that one then? How do you feel about that? I mean, some people are scared to go into the warp and into the depths of themselves. I mean, it is a scary time. I guess it's like jumping into the unknown, like you're jumping, you're at the edge of a cliff and going, oh my God, I got to jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's scary for most people. And that's why we've just got to take one little step. Like, what's the next step that we can take in our journey of evolution? I mean, you and I are way along the path with a long way to go also. but that's why people like us are needed, to just take the hand of that person and just walk them that next little step and that next little step. And my beautiful Nana, bless her soul, she used to say, God only gives you as much as you can handle. And that's the truth. Like our evolution and our Kundalini awakening will only give you as much as you can handle. It won't overdose you. Only you can overdose you, but your own energetic body won't overdose you. That's my personal experience.
And that's fair. I think a big thing is the experience. I listened to Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius and a few of the other Stoic leaders back in the day, and they say it's about how you react. And Diamond Dallas Page, my DDP yoga leader, he says it's how you react. You can be hit, but it's how you react, because the reaction is your reaction. You choose, Robin Hood effect. You choose to react that way. So you can choose not to react in a lot of ways, but obviously whatever, however you're brought up or experience that you've had, you're gonna react in a different way. But I think what you're teaching, especially through your TV show, is to say that you have to accept either and either way, and that what goes from there.
Yeah, well, the reaction comes from that fight or flight response, doesn't it? It comes from the trauma. It comes from the trauma itself. So the more that we can actually work on our conditioning and our constructs of the mind and peel back those subconscious layers, the less we are going to react, the less we're going to be triggered.
Yes.
We live in a trigger society. People are out like this everywhere. And it's like, well, if I can be one person that is softer and more compassionate and more kind, that's going to make a difference.
I think so. I agree with you. And but I also look at two ways. There's a universal way of doing things. There's also your journey as well. So, and I think if you work on your journey, and then you have to fight society, because we know what's going on without getting too political. We know the pull that's going the other way. If you want to say not connected and then connected, that's our easiest way without getting into the nitty gritty, which I'd love to, especially living in Australia. I'll leave it at that for the minute. There's a lot of mass migration happening at the moment, and not into the country either. Anyway, and my friends in Canada, God bless you. There's another thing. But I wanted to ask your opinion. Are you into animal spirits?
I am, but not in the sense of that I work with them. I know that they exist.
You do exist.
But I don't work with them with my clients.
Okay.
I'm not so much into the shamanistic way, although when I'm working with plant medicine, it's very shaman. And I also channel light language, which is working in a shamanistic way. But I've kind of removed myself of the paraphernalia. And that's just, again, an evolution for me. Like, I don't have my crystals or my card decks or my all the things around me, like, because I just trust in simplicity of Mother Nature now.
And that's, I don't think that's great. I think that's absolutely fantastic, because I think the people have superpowers. I have what we call the Bat Belt of gifts. Funny enough, I'm Robin from Boy Wonder Ross. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I dress up as Robin and my best mate's Batman. But I look at some of the stuff that we do, and I've still got cards there, but I don't use them a lot. I use more intuition, but I know if I need to do them, I have them. I have the knowledge, and I know that people, I think you're drawn to what you need to do. The guys will go, right, you go to your animal spirit cards, you need to do that, or you need to do this, or you need to do that. And I think I'm a big believer in the way it is. The back to your TV series, which is again an amazing achievement. Seriously, even the thought of a TV series for me, going, oh my God, it took me 3.5, 4 years to write a damn book. And that's you got to be proud of yourself. I mean, that's so good.
Yeah.
So what's your what's your goal with it?
Close to the screen yet, but it's been a beautiful journey to bring it to life, and to take the step to go, I'm going to get this to an agent and I'm going to make this happen, and no matter what it takes. And how life has led me to the people on this island who just so happen to be best friends with one of the top agents in LA. And I'm like, that's when you know it's meant to happen, right?
Oh man.
Like,
Oh man. Absolutely.
that's when you know.
Well, we're meant to talk. We're, you know, I believe in divine timing. I believe in divine. There's no way that, you know, Pete, ladies and gentlemen, we're both in the same sort of scenario where you are in a position. I believe in the universal laws. I believe that we're supposed to be talking right now, and there's there's obviously gonna be something happen on a greater scale because we know what's happening in the world. What's your thoughts on? Can I get your thoughts on what your superpower is coming into the next phase of the world, not just your life now? You know, you are a spiritual teacher. We know that.
Yeah.
So where you at? What do you feel? Because you're in a very spiritual place. I'm in a place of turmoil. Straight up, everyone knows what's happening. We're fighting the Lex Luthors and the Jokers and all that in the world.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think your place is right now? Because we're living in a crazy world.
I think that having hidden myself away on Copenhagen for a while and buried my head in the sand around media, but still feeling the intensity of what's going on. I'm amongst thousands of Israelis here on this island.
Yep.
And hearing the stories of what's happening in their homeland has been heartbreaking. So for me personally, it's being someone on the ground that is just here with some form of holding or listening, as opposed to the person that's at the front line protesting or making too much of a big noise. You know, I feel like the TV series will be something very unique that hasn't been done before that will help to awaken many.
It's awesome.
And that will make a noise, but that could be 2 or 3 years down the track. But in terms of what's happening in the world at the moment, there was a young man on the dance floor a couple of weeks ago at Static Dance, and he was talking to someone on the phone, and he was sobbing, a young Israeli man. And I could tell he was probably talking to someone at home. And I just went up and I just put my hand on his heart and I looked at him and I said, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "No." And I hugged him. When he got off the phone, I hugged him. And I feel like that's what's missing and that's what's needed. Just people, good people on the ground that can hold the ones that are falling and falling apart.
Yeah.
Just turning their backs on each other or for whatever reason, you know. So and whether I do that one-on-one or through podcasting or through the book or through the series or in a group at a festival or whatever, it's like I want to be that deeply heartfelt, kind, caring, compassionate voice and set of arms.
I absolutely agree with you, but I will say on that as well that I still have a journey of discovery of letting, you know, there are people out there that I believe are just, look, whether they're doing it deliberately or whatever it might be their personality or they just, I think they live in their ego and live in their absolute ego and they do not care. Yeah. And unfortunately, karma's gonna strike them. And I think Victor Otto said it very easily. We can help as many people as we like. We've got to help ourselves because we're part of humanity, but we can help as many people with our skills as they want. But if someone shows resistance, we have to let them go. And that's more care for ourselves. Is that because I'm sure you've been screwed over when you're screwed over and had the right, you know what I mean? So I think we're coming to a position where we are being a little bit selfish, but I think I say we're part of humanity. We're going to look after ourselves, eh?
Yeah, it's definitely discernment. It's something that I'm learning now is self-care as opposed to being there for everyone, doing everything for everyone else.
Yep.
In terms of, you know, the bigger picture, like I said before, there's always going to be the dark and the light, and that's just the way the world is created. You know, everyone has their path, everyone has their destiny, everyone's playing their part in the big puppetry of life, and I trust that life will take care of it. It always does. It always has from the beginning of time.
But that means we've lost. We're really lost connection to spirit. And I think it's been a great chat. As I said, we're all coming together for a good reason. I think it's huge. TV show, it's huge. It's huge. Let's go. Let's move on to the app. An app that is amazing. I'll be building mine very, very soon. Tell us a little bit about the app. That's you're growing with everything. It's just like you're really focused on yourself and you're enjoying what you're doing. Tell us about the app and where we can all find it and what the costing is. You can tell us all about what we get with it and everything. Let's do it.
The app was a creative project that I took on about a year ago. I was like, I want to build an app. Like, I'm super creative, so I just go into these things and I just start building and playing, and it's not like a fitness app or something like that. It's really just a portal to find out more about my work, the types of offerings that I have, the online offerings, the retreats. We've got a retreat coming up in November, Metamorphosis, online offerings, working one-on-one with me. So yeah, you can, again, there's a little link and you just click on there and there's me.
Awesome.
There's a very different version of me, and it's got all my offerings, and it's just been a lot of fun building it. So yeah, it's not interactive, which a lot of apps are, but it's a place for people to land, to find more about me, and it's forever changing and evolving as we are. Yeah,
absolutely. So it's a big thing. So you obviously same as what I'm doing. We've all got our superpowers, as I keep saying.
yeah.
But you've done a wonderful job with what you're doing. And what about? Oh well, thank you. Well, as I said to you, we've all got our goals in life and what we're going to do. And okay, I'll ask you one thing also about messages, gifts, and lessons. I'm pretty sure you're going to say the same thing as me. Do you believe you just go with the flow with things? Do you believe that whatever is put in front of you, you do what you need to do, and whatever outcome comes of it needs to happen for your growth?
I definitely believe in free will.
Oh, it's all free will. It's all free will.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, what I'm saying, you say you got something that comes up, right? And if as free will, you've got to keep moving. Flow, you've got to keep the universal law of flow, you know? But then you keep going, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got to do it. Do you believe in that?
Yeah.
That's trusting yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
I do. I definitely know when I'm out of balance or out of kilter. Like this morning I was flat. I just woke up and I was flat. I was like, right, get on the mat, moved the energy, and then I sat there and my mind was still going, and I was just like, just get up and do something creative. And it shifts. It's like, get in your flow, Soreya, get in the flow of life. And so that's kind of how it still takes a lot for me to keep myself balanced and moving with life, because life is challenging, you know.
It is. And I think
life is always been a challenge. I'm still finding my way, but I'm just so grateful that I have these tools on board and I have the awareness and that I have a good heart.
The main thing is you've got a good heart, and the thing is, I think we live in a world. Let's see. I'm not going to go into what I think, because we could have another podcast about it, because I'm sure you're on the same level. And I think there's so many people that are really looking for someone to believe in. And I think also you've got a great awareness. I'm sure same awareness as what I've got. You can't unsee anything. Would you believe that?
Absolutely. Yeah. And part of Metamorphosis is about bringing the sex trafficking underbelly to life here in Thailand. Like, there's not enough people talking about it, because only 1% of them get brought back home, you know. So it's like somebody's got to bring more awareness to it. And
so much we can go into that. I'll tell you. I
can't unsee, and I'm like, I can't not talk about it because I've seen it.
Yeah, well, I'm happy for you to come on to one of our. We've got a panel with my friend Chief Disruptor, Annie, look forward to coming on with you soon. We do a panel every month about issues like that, and yeah, we won't get too political on this one because
Yeah,
this is all about
yeah.
you. This is all about you. And this will be your first podcast that you're going to do. Anyway, on your YouTube channel. Oh, sorry. Obviously, this is what I do. I motivate people to get going. I'm a motivator and
Yeah,
hyper.
I know
Um,
it's time.
it is like that. What about the future with regards to living in Thailand? Um, will there be retreats? You look at, as you said, you've got a retreat coming. Will there be international retreats? Are you doing anything with regards to remote retreats as such? I think a lot of people are doing filming from remote retreats and stuff like that. What's your plans in the future? You don't have to share them all, of course, but is there any dreams you're looking to have? Because it looks like you're living in paradise at the moment.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a 5-year soft plan that's in place. I'm heading back to New Zealand in a couple of weeks, just to go back and spend some time with friends and family. So my next retreat is in New Zealand. But the bigger picture is that the book, the online app, and the TV series actually draws people in to their own therapeutic immersion, for their own healing. So the thing that I didn't mention about the television series is that at the end of every episode there'll be a QR code that they'll then snap into, and then that will open them up into the app to go through the exact experience with the same therapies that the episode is
Okay.
just aired.
Okay.
Right. So that's how the interaction is. And then excuse me,
That's all right.
that air into my face.
Ah, that's all right.
There'll be retreats here in Copenhagen, in Bali, and in Kauai to
God, that's amazing, man. It's amazing. That's amazing. You know, it's you know, yeah, good on you. That's amazing.
Gotta happen
You're having a blast. And let's look, as I said to you, with my I'm happy to help you out with the promotion with that too. So please tag me in everything you do because you know, all my people love that stuff, especially just to we might even get you on live theories on the other podcast I do with my team. We'd love to, live theories. There you go. Diana, Sarah, Cortez, my soul family that I've met 4 years ago, my beautiful friends, my beautiful family. Love to have you on board. We'll have to get you on board and have a bit of more of a chat when you get to these when you become a famous producer. Might ask you as well with regards to that the shift. Have you had any? I think I spoke about that off air. I think I always say that the shift has been a big part of my life, and I'm sure that I'm looking forward to seeing your TV series. I'm sure it's going to be a big part of a lot of people's lives. I'm sure it will because I watched the shift about 75 times. I've got something out of it every time because of my ascension and raising in consciousness and awareness. The messages come out as we talked about. Have you seen the shift, and is there any other spiritual videos that you've seen or spiritual TV shows that you've seen that people can be inspired by yourself?
Yeah, the ones that really have spoken to me recently is Nine Perfect Strangers.
Right.
It's on Amazon Prime, and it's all around psilocybin assisted therapy or psychedelics.
What was it called? Nine Perfect Strangers, is it?
Nine Perfect Strangers, yeah, starring Nicole Kidman.
Okay.
And the other one that it's years ago I watched this, and that was The Peaceful Warrior. Beautiful, beautiful movie with Nick Nolte in it. That one, yeah, really awakened me. And of course, Eat, Pray, Love. We can't forget Eat, Pray, Love.
Which one? Sorry.
Eat, Pray, Love.
Pray, Love. Is that what it's called?
Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat, Pray, Love. I'm gonna get. Well, I'll get once I send you the videos, you'll get pictures of this on the videos, so we'll be able to actually see. Because as I say, I've seen the other two, but not that one. Not that one. I've heard of the other two, so we're looking forward to. And what inspiration did you get out of those?
Eat, Pray, Love was kind of like the journey that every woman wanted to go on in terms of her spiritual journey.
Yep.
But mid-30s, so it appealed to a very specific audience. I guess Metamorphosis is kind of like Eat, Pray, Love on steroids. It's the
All right, yeah.
phase. Um, and the Peaceful Warrior, I loved the teachings in that of how he brought him into presence, like pure presence and pure stillness.
Okay.
And then
scary. That's a scary time, man. If you're in stillness again, if you're in a cell with you, yourself, and I, my God, that's if that's not the spiritual awakening you need, my God, I'll tell you what it is, eh?
I've done over 200 days in silence, and a lot
wow,
of that
really?
One by one cell in the darkness, meeting nothing but myself. Yeah.
200 days, what, in a row? Not in a row.
No, just many retreats.
It's a wonderful thing. Is that silence? I write that in my 15 lessons. That silence is the greatest thing you can do, the scariest thing you can do, and the greatest thing you can do at the same time. Especially understanding yourself.
Silence, and put those two things together.
Yeah, well, you can't. Well, you can't not ignore yourself, can you? It's like looking in the mirror and just actually staring at yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Well, we've got about 2 minutes to go on this one. Soreya, thank you so much for being involved. It's been a wonderful little chat there, and I'm glad you do. I hope everything's been comfortable and everything's been like that. Do you want to let us know where they can find you on socials, and your app? Give us a bit of a rundown.
Yeah, they can. I'm not much of a social media person, but I'm getting better at it. Soreya James on Facebook and on Instagram. And then the link to my app is on both of those places. The link to Metamorphosis is on both of those places. And you know what I love, Jay? I love that one-on-one connection. So rather than text messaging and stuff, I love it when people just actually leave voice messages and we get to know each other a bit more.
Let's do it. Well, we're on that path already. So, as I said, love to have a chat. That's no problem. If you've got to run something off each other, because obviously we've both got skills that people need. You never know. You might have a client that might need to speak to me and vice versa. But Soreya, thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode, God knows what it is, of A Chat with Jay, Opinions and Views, Robin Hood Effect, whatever I call it, all those damn names. And this has been Soreya James all the way in Thailand. She's been a wonderful guest. Thank you so much for being involved on A Chat with Jay, and I hope you enjoyed the experience. And I'm sure we're going to get you back on. I'm sure that this won't be the last time we chat, guaranteed. But I always finish off with my hero, Bret the Hitman Hart. He's a wrestler, and he always says, be the best there is, best there was, and best there ever will be. Thank you so much. Look forward to another chat with Jay very soon. We've got a couple hundred. God, I'm going crazy. We've got a fair few people coming on board very soon, and we look forward to getting them involved and rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling, and take care of yourselves and always be your best self. Thank you so much, Soreya.
Thank you, Jay.